morning, guys. Welcome to another vlog. Welcome to another Monday morning. We are fresh-faced with zero makeup because we are starting my days off with the bloody sun. We are starting my days off with Pilates class, and maybe I will conquer my fear of the actual gym and actually like enter the gym and just go like walk uphill on a treadmill or something. I don't know. We will see how I feel at the time. But yeah, I have the very healthy breakfast of a croissant and a raspberry and white chocolate cookie because I really just couldn't be bothered to do anything healthy. That's what we're dealing with. I only have 2 days off this week because they needed someone to cover on Wednesday night. So me being the people pleaser that I am has offered to close on Wednesday. So only 2 days off this week, and I have 4 videos that I need to film because I'm going up to Sheffield next week. Rather than filming 2 videos in 3 days like I normally have, I have 4 videos to film in 2 days. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. So I am still reading The Lock-In by Phoebe Luckhurst. I am 134 pages in. It's okay. I can't say that I'm enjoying it that much. I actually find the characters really irritating. I do think Ellen, who is I think like more of the central protagonist, but the book is told from multiple perspectives. I find her to be quite relatable, but and I think they're all very realistic characters. They are just really getting on my nerves and I don't feel attached to them. I don't like them. I really don't care. And like the premise of this book is that Ellen and her housemates in South London all get locked in the attic the morning after a crazy night out, and one of her housemates is also locked in there with her one-night stand. It's not really for me. I don't think this is up to the quality of Olive. Emma Gannon like quoting this is very misleading because it's just not her quality of work. I'm gonna probably stick with it maybe. I feel bad DNFing. I'm gonna read a little bit more whilst I have my breakfast, and then I'm gonna go to Pilates. And then I will catch up with you after Pilates when I'm back, and I will make a firm decision on whether I'm DNFing it or not. The to-do list is to obviously film the videos I need to film, finish a book, go to Tesco's because I am very low on food supplies. My Taylor Swift merch finally came in. I ordered it on November 3rd. And it arrived in February, so that's fun. I am aware that the intro to this vlog is very long, but I feel like I just have stuff to say. If you like vlogs, I pretty much do them weekly now apparently. I'm just getting a little bit obsessed with them. They're my favourite content to film, so do feel free to hit that big red subscribe button down below because there's plenty of vlogs on this channel. If you want to binge some of them, I have a reading vlogs playlist, but I also have a doing something stupid playlist, which is me like vlogging reading challenges that I've done, so you can check out those too. Yes, I will catch up with you after I have dragged myself to the gym. Hi, sorry to disturb you. It is not in fact later, but I have a fun update. So my anniversary present from my boyfriend has arrived. We are seeing each other for our anniversary next week, but it's a big present and I can see now why he wanted to deliver it to me rather than have me carrying it home on a train. I have a gigantic pregnancy pillow. I feel like I should make it abundantly clear. I'm not pregnant at all, but I've got like something so cozy that I can cuddle with now, and like I highly recommend these things. This is so comfy. I do have a cover for it, I just haven't put it on yet, but oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna find room for it on my bed, but this is so comfy. I'm so excited about this. I just have always really wanted a pregnancy pillow. They look so comfy and I can confirm that they are. Right, so a few things have occurred since I last spoke to you. I went to my gym class. Whew, was it intense today? It was literally the whole hour was just abs. I then got back quickly, changed into some jeans and went to Tesco because I really fancy some jackfruit burritos for lunch, something like really high protein after such an intense ab workout. I may as well eat a load of protein, get the most out of it. Come on then, come say hello. And we have a Marvin here to say hello to you all. Well, we have a Marvin's butt. He's really confused by the pregnancy pillow. It's a pillow, Marvin. It's a pillow. You normally like the pillow. You steal all the pillows. But I also wanted to give you an update on Denzel because I mentioned in the last vlog that he wasn't very well. There have been some updates and some developments on that. In the last vlog, I mentioned that he was really like struggling with pain and wasn't really eating or drinking. Well, it reached a point where he didn't eat or drink anything for 2 whole days. So we took him into the vet. They determined that it was his teeth that are bothering him. So then on Friday, I think, Friday or Saturday, he went in for surgery and he ended up having 15 teeth removed. He's still not quite himself again, but he's doing a little better. He just wants to be left alone all the time. He did eat and drink today on his own. He didn't really want to go downstairs by himself. He wanted to be carried down the stairs, which I think might be him milking it just a tiny bit. But you ate all of your food and all of your brother's food and drank all the water. So we're definitely looking up. He just, obviously from where he's had the teeth removed, has some open wounds on his gums, and being a 13-year-old dog, we like really have to watch for infection. So he's on antibiotics at the moment, and getting him to take those is really good fun. He's a biter when it comes to tablets. But look at his little face now. So that's my little Denzel update. The sun in it today is so intense. And, you know, because this one has second child syndrome, he now has to have all the attention only on him. The plan now is very much to get my life together. I really just want to organize this whole room, make sure everything has a place, like really tidy it up, like deep tidy, deep clean, so I just can like feel relaxed in this space again, because I don't really love being in it too much right now, and it's like the only room in the house that's actually mine, so I want to fix that. Today is going to be that day. I've also decided, if you were wondering, on, I don't know where I put the book, but I'm going to DNF the lock-in. I don't like the characters enough to stick with it. I don't know what I do want to read is the problem, but it's not the lock-in. So we tried it. Characters aren't for me. I'm going to DNF it. And now to organise and get my life together, and I will catch up with you when I'm feeling less stressed out. Right, my room is tidy and most importantly clean. I feel much better in here now. It's a tie between a classic or the Dragon Republic. I might start the Dragon Republic. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Today's the day. We're gonna go into the Poppy War book 2. I'll catch up with you when I actually start reading, because I'm gonna do some reading in this week's reading vlog. Good morning, guys. Well, barely good morning. It's like 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning. I am all ready to film video number 1, and then I have to quickly get changed and film video number 2. I know that everyone will know that they're pre-filmed anyway, but I just don't like how the thumbnails look together when I'm in exactly the same outfit, so I like to get changed. I read about 100 pages last night. I'm currently on page 94, which is the start of chapter 7. This book at the moment, because I'm still really early on into the book, is just like physically uncomfortable to read because of how big it is, and like, yeah, I could like break the spine, but I'm hesitant to do that, and like it's really heavy on like my fingers when I'm trying to read it. It's like a logistically difficult book to read, but I am actually really enjoying it. I have kind of just got straight back into the story, and it starts off in like a not so depressing way. I mean, I'm sure by the end of this book I will be absolutely destroyed, but honestly for now, like, it's just enjoyable. It's just reading like a normal like war fantasy, and it's not too difficult to follow. I also took a massive break between reading the Poppy War and reading this book. I think there's genuinely been about a year since I read the Poppy War, and yeah, like there's stuff that I'm missing and stuff that doesn't make sense, and I'm sure if I'd reread the Poppy War, then going into this book would have been a lot easier. But it is still like easy for me to get into the book and like follow along with the story. If you, like me, have taken a really long break and you think rereading the Poppy War to go into the next book is a bit too daunting or too much work, you can just go straight in. Really, it's really easy to follow. So honestly, 100 pages in, nothing has really happened for me to tell you guys about. It is just absolutely like beautifully written. Some of the sentences that are constructed, I just could only dream of being able to produce. Like, they are beautiful, and I think that R.F. Kuang has a really clever way of giving you information and more history without it feeling info dumpy. It all works really, really well. But I don't have too many thoughts right now, because really, like, not much has happened. Still trying to work out what the gist of this book is going to be. Still kind of trying to work out where I am in terms of time period, but like gradually you get little reminders that are like fed to you, and so it's coming back to me, and yeah, really easy to follow still. So I'm scared, but I am actually really enjoying it, and I feel sad for myself that I put this book off for so long being so scared of it, and it's actually really, really good. So this could be a win. I do want to do like another 100 pages or so today though. Anyway, I'm gonna go film, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And oh, update on the pregnancy pillow. I slept with it last night. It was literally like being cuddled the whole night. It was amazing. It's literally like the most comfortable thing. I think that was the best night's sleep that I've had in a while. I highly recommend one of those. Videos are filmed. Right, that was really weighing on my mind, so I'm so happy that everything is now pre-filmed for when I go away next week. I still have a lot of editing that I need to get done. I realised that I have Saturday morning off, so I was a bit tempted to just film one today and then film the next video on Saturday morning, but I pushed through. I decided to just pre-film them both today, then I can spend Saturday morning editing. I figured it would be better for myself in the long run if I just filmed them both today and got really on top of things, so you know, I'm happy about it. Yeah, I need to cook at some point, but I also do really want to read a bit of The Burning God. So now that I've filmed the 2 videos, I can actually really chill out. It's a good day. I am now another couple chapters into the Dragon Republic. I do find if you're really daunted by this book, just take it 1 chapter at a time. They're like pretty decent sized chapters. Like they're definitely not short chapters, but they're also not massive. So you could probably make really good progress with this book just by taking it like 1 chapter at a time. Well, I was on page 94 at chapter 7. So it's pretty manageable to do it that way, and that's kind of how I'm getting myself through it. The thing about this book is it's so big and I just can't work out the plot line at all. It seems to just be a series of like really mini plot points, and I'm really hoping that there's like an overarching plot that's gonna come in and like carry me through this book, because I don't think I'm liking just these like little mini plot points and like these little mini goals that Rin is trying to achieve, and then we get there and then this is like another one. Like I'm not really sure. I am really liking the political elements, thought of how like war can actually be helpful and how they're like planning to start this war. Like I'm enjoying all of the political elements of planning a war and how they're like trying to get allies and things like that. Like I am enjoying the politics of this book very much. I'm just confused by what the actual storyline is, but I mean, I'm still like, I feel like I've read so much of this book, but it's still the tiniest amount of the overall book, so I don't know. I need a hot drink because I'm cold. I also kind of want to write a little bit more of A Stab in the Dark. I haven't worked on A Stab in the Dark in like 2 weeks, so I think maybe I'll do a little bit of writing today. I think I'm going to go downstairs and do that now and then come back to this book later tonight maybe. I had my dinner of jackfruit burritos. I was gonna show you guys how I make them, but then I ended up like making them with my dad, so I didn't really want to film. I think that I want to do a little bit more writing actually. I should probably read because I'm running out of time in the day to hit my 100 pages goal. I might do just a tiny bit more writing, maybe get to the next 1,000 and then call it a day. I do have tomorrow morning as well, so I've actually accomplished like everything that I wanted to in these 2 days. It's time to watch some Modern Family and do a little bit of writing. I'm hoping that I will film at least 1 more clip of this night, but I am so bad at like saying goodnight in vlogs. Just for editing me's sake, I'm gonna like say goodnight now as well, and if I catch up with you later then woohoo. If not, I've actually like successfully created a nice point for me to cut this footage at, and if you guys vlog or edit videos and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So good night guys. Hey guys, so I've decided to wrap this vlog up here. I am refilming this because the first time I filmed it, it was really out of focus and blurry, and I just know that I was irritated watching it, so I wanted to redo it so that you guys wouldn't be irritated watching it. So I do not know whereabouts I got to in this book because I've read quite a big chunk since, but I think I read over 200 pages of this book. I'm now up to page 400, if you are wondering. I'm so surprised at myself for how much I'm enjoying this book. It's a war fantasy, but it's so much more. So one thing I'm particularly enjoying about this book is this discussion of like the holy wars and how a religion that looks a whole lot like Christianity is portraying itself, and how it genuinely believes that it is bringing civilization to this uncivilized society, as well as this discussion of holy wars and who is actually right, and is any religion right, and is religion a good enough reason to go to war. As well as this, you also have Rin being kind of tempted by this monotheistic religion and finding comfort in this monotheistic religion when she's in this war situation. And so you very much have this discussion of monotheism versus polytheism, but also this discussion of how religion is actually comforting in times of war, and how many people could be persuaded during times of war to join a particular religion. And so I guess that also links to the whole Holy Wars discussion. Very interesting discussions going on here. Like, it's just so multi-layered. There's also very much a discussion of democracy, and how do you bring democracy to a society that has always been dictatorship, and where there is such a difference in education and such a difference in belief in terms of within this society of this part of the country is so much better and more educated than this part of the country. How does it then not turn into a dictatorship again? Also, how is it a democracy if the options you're giving your country are vote for me or die? The side that I'm in character on is very much voting for democracy, but then our author is making it very clear to us as the reader that actually they have no idea what democracy is, and what they're getting themselves into is just another dictatorship, just with a different leader who believes himself to be more just. And so again, you have this really interesting discussion of who is actually the good and the bad side in a real war. And it's so interesting. And this book is really not as bad as I thought it would be. The descriptions of some of the war crimes that were committed in the first book were really quite gruesome, and in this book they're really like brushed over and skipped over, and it doesn't feel like our character is very affected by them, and thus the way it is written doesn't really draw that much of a reaction from the reader. And you could say it's a flaw of this book, or a bias in this book, that things done to our character are seen as much worse than things our character does. But I think it might be an intentional bias to kind of represent how it is in a war, that you are so dissociated from who your enemies are, and they might still be your people, as in this case it's a civil war. The messaging and the propaganda that you are getting just creates such a disconnect between friend and foe. I just love how complex this book is. I adore the way that it's written. The political intrigue and the political drama and the way that it's all thought out is just so clever. I could never think of politics this complicated and intricate. It honestly feels like I'm reading a much more interesting history book at times. It's so good. Yeah, it has a really big hype for being really sad, really gruesome, really soul destroying, but it's really like the way it's written is so good, and it's written so well that that's okay. So it's really not that bad. I highly recommend that you check it out if you are even slightly interested in it. Don't be put off by what everyone says, because it's very manageable to read actually. Don't put it off for over a year like I did out of fear, because it's nothing to be scared of actually. It's just really, really interesting to read. So yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this vlog. If you like seeing reading vlogs, then I'm pretty much doing them weekly now, so do feel free to hit that big red subscribe button down below. I upload twice a week on a Wednesday and a Friday, so there's no shortage of bookish content here. And you can also check out my playlist of reading vlogs and my Doing Something Stupid playlist, which has reading challenge vlogs. So plenty of vlogs on this channel if you guys want to go back and watch some more. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, you're enjoying everything that you are reading, and I will see you for my next video. Bye guys.